Greetings, Earthlings. It's Drifts and Lifts here.
Alright, so today is weight reduction day. So I'm going to be removing as much interior as I can from this black wagon. I'm still going to leave the front door panels and a couple things in the front area just so it looks kind of tidy. But I'm going to take everything out of the back and hopefully I'll get around to removing the AC as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a before and after acceleration test to give you guys an idea of, you know, what difference it makes when you got your car. So usually from these cars I can get about 400 to 500 pounds out of, depending on how extensive I go. If I do the full sunroof removal and AC and all that, usually about 500 from a wagon. What I'm going to do though is go to the industrial scale at our local dump, and basically I'll weigh it before and after. So yeah, I'll do acceleration test and we'll see how much it weighs right now as it is full factory form. So yeah, let's get started. Alright guys, so I'm going to do the acceleration test right now. I brought my GoPro helmet mount camera, so that'll give us, you know, I'll actually be able to shift the car how I should be able to. And yeah, I'm gonna go about 0 to 120, I think. This road's pretty good. There's not really many people around here, so I should be all right with that. Then after I'm all done removing everything from the interior, I'll do this again with the same GoPro camera. Yeah, and you guys can see what it's like once you got your car. Makes a pretty big difference. All right. There we go, that's 120. This thing's pretty quick actually. Definitely gets up and goes. Alright, so I went to the dump and it's Sunday on the long weekend, so there's literally a lineup like 2 hours long. So I didn't exactly want to wait in that just to weigh my car. But what I can do is usually when I have gutted a wagon, I've done this before, and usually they weigh about 3,200 pounds right when you get them from the factory with everything installed. So let's just leave it at an estimate of 3,200. It's going to be pretty darn close to that. So I don't really need to weigh it before. But I'm curious to see how much I can take out and how much this wagon gets down to, because it's got a trailer hitch and all that. So yeah, what I'll do is Scott's coming over pretty soon here. He's going to bring his impact and we're going to rip out a lot of stuff. And then I can still do the acceleration test video once we're all done gutting everything, because you'll see a pretty good improvement. So yeah, that's what we're going to do right now, and let the gutting begin. Who are these humans? Alright guys, so we're like basically halfway done already. It actually didn't take too long. Probably about like, we've been messing around here for like 20 minutes. So yeah, we got all the seats and seat belts are coming out and stuff like that. It's pretty funny the pile of stuff you'll get from gutting a Volvo 740 wagon. Like, this is just the start of it, so slowly that pile is gonna build up a bit. Sorry guys, it's really windy here. So yeah, we're just gonna keep going, and then once we're all done, I'll show you what it looks like. Good old compressor, nice and noisy. So yeah, let's keep on trucking, I guess. Alright guys, so we're good. There's nothing left in here other than I left the front door panels and that's it. I actually even deleted the sunroof, and in a couple days, once the I go to this one place for aluminum scrap metal, and the guy just cuts me a sheet exactly that size for the sunroof hole, and then I paint it black and double-sided tape on there, and then we lose about 30 pounds with doing that, because honestly the sunroof is really heavy. It's this big drainage plate and it's got the electric motor in it and stuff, so definitely worth taking out in my opinion, unless you really want a sunroof, which hey, some people are going to want that. But yeah, so it's tough to say what we lost. We're gonna go to the dump right now, and hopefully it's not as busy as it was this morning. And yeah, we're gonna get a little bit of a an exact number on what this thing weighs. So after that, me and Scott are gonna go to the dump, then we're gonna come back here, and me and Scott are gonna do a bit of a race. So you guys will see the acceleration test while I'm racing Scott. So I'm gonna throw the GoPro on and do that after. All right guys, we're at the industrial scale right now. It's really windy. I apologize for the camera mic. So we're gonna see how much this thing weighs now. Just waiting for the lady here. All right guys, so the verdict is 1,300 kilograms. I don't know math very well and I don't know the conversion over to pounds, but this would actually help you guys in most parts of the world, other than me.
Us.
Yeah. What is that in pounds? Let's check here. All right, so I just looked up a phone converter because I don't know how to convert kgs into lubs. Yeah, so 28.66 for pounds. So that's pretty heavy still, considering the gold car I got down to 26.60. That's a sedan though, and we did a little more weight reduction. One thing I gotta mention is I still have to take all the AC stuff out. So that means like the AC condenser and the compressor and that. So that'll probably give me another, 50 pounds with all that stuff. So I'm gonna say at the end of the day, probably 2,800 pounds we're looking at for a gutted wagon. So that's like pretty respectable, considering, 3,200 pounds roughly from the factory. So we get about 400 out. So yeah, what we're gonna do now is go back to get Scott's car, and then we're gonna do a bit of a race, me and Scott. So his is turbo automatic sedan versus this wagon, just for the fun of it. And then we're gonna go do some couple drifts. Why not, right? Give it a go. Let's see how I can flop this big old open diff BBW boat around. Sounds good. All right guys, so I just put some 94 octane from Chevron in the black wagon. She's ready to rip, and Scott's just behind me now. So we're gonna head to the spot. We're gonna do a drag race, and then we're gonna do a couple drifts, and that'll be the wrap up of this video basically. So let's do it up. Should be fun. All right, we got two turbo Volvos and a long straight road ahead of us. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna race. Yeah. So we got turbo manual black wagon versus automatic turbo silver sedan. Scott's running about, how much boost you running, Scott? Like 10 PSI kind of thing?
It spikes to 10, but then climbs.
So first, he's having a bit of wastegate issues. It hits 10, and then as he gets up in the RPMs, it starts to climb up to about 14. So let's just say on an average, he's running 12 PSI. So yeah, we're gonna do basically a 0 to whatever until someone figures that they've won by enough. And yeah, so I'm gonna throw on the GoPro camera and do it like that. So here we go. There we go, that's 120. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Damn, Scott's car pulls hard, man. Fucking A. Alright, so that's the outcome. I guess Turbo Scott's car is just a tiny bit faster. So, this gear ratio on this car is apparently the 373 gears, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, it's got really low gearing. It feels faster, but Scott's being an automatic and having the long ratios and taking advantage of the Red Block's torque curve, he beat me by a little bit. So that's pretty dope though. It's good to know Scott's car pulls nice. Yeah, we're at the spot. We may as well do a couple drifts while we're here. So Scott's gonna film me I do remember Gordon saying this had a G80 locker swapped in, which is kind of unfortunate. I almost hoped it was going to be an open diff, but hey, we can always do the locker mod just like Scott's got going there, and yeah, we'll see how the Black Wagon drifts. I removed the sway bar to put on the truck, so it doesn't have a sway bar. It's going to have lots of body roll, but hopefully we got the power to make up for that. So yeah, let's do it up. Holy fucking understeer, man. Good God, these tires are horrible in the front. Alright, I'm gonna say that I definitely need some new tires on the front before I try to drift this thing. Man, like... Yeah. Shut up. Alright, so that didn't go as planned. The front tires on this car have no grip. I turned into it and all it wanted to do was understeer. Even if I clutch kicked it, it still was like, you know, right on the brink of understeer. So I think I'm gonna wait till I get some better front tires and, you know, do something with the suspension. The stock body roll, stock springs, and it only has a sway bar on the front, so it's not what you want for drifting. It's just like super floppy. So yeah, I'm gonna let Scott drift and we'll film a couple of him and then we'll get out of here. Holy fuck. Crazy bastard. Oh yeah. Turbo Scott in the house. Yeah, dude. Alright guys, so I'd say that's a wrap up of the video. Unfortunately, I'm hearing some pretty weird sounds under the hood of this thing. It sounds like either a turbo is missing a blade. I've had that happen before, and that's what it sounded like. It's really tickety. It almost sounds like maybe like a manifold exhaust leak. I felt around the manifold. It was really hot at the time, so I couldn't really get a good feel. I'm hoping it's just that, because that's pretty easily fixable. Now, the worst case, it would be basically the motor blew a piston ring or something. So it's tough to say. Maybe I should compression test it. I'll save that for next video though, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out my Teespring store if you haven't already. I know most of you guys probably already have. I'm coming out with the new design very soon. Davis is over the mumps now and he's almost done the design. So I'm gonna make a video letting you guys know when that comes out if you wanna buy one. Drifts and Lifts Volvo Drift Ale shirt. It's like a beer flavored shirt, let's say. But stay tuned for that, it's gonna be really good. So yeah, I guess that's it for the video today, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for BBW Volvos. Peace out.